my fucking god. Um, so, I got bored just a while ago, and I decided to go out for a walk. I was gonna walk around my neighborhood, because I've done that before. I walked around a few neighborhoods, so I decided to go a bit farther, explore a bit more. Maybe there'd be people outside, who knows. So, I walked out, and very quickly after I started, I went far, and then I thought, should I go to the right? No, I've been to that neighborhood already. I'm gonna go farther. Should I go to the very next one or to the very end? I then see at the first house in the very next neighborhood, there's a little kid right there. So I'm thinking, oh, Suna's actually outside. I didn't see that last time. Might as well go talk. So I walk over to that neighborhood, and I, and as I'm like, walking past the tree and about to see the people that are there, I then hear a dog, a very loud, angry sounding dog. I jump up, like, comically, and it sounded like way too loud. Like, it sounded like it was far too close to be behind the fence. So I look around while I'm still, like, jumping in the air, and I see a dog, a giant dog, all fully black fur, very skinny, with a red collar, chasing me down with death in its eyes. I was genuinely running like, so fucking fast. Probably not even as fast as I could, because I was just too much in shock to go fully. And because of that, the dog nearly catched up. I looked behind me to see if he was still chasing me. He was right next to me. It was horrifying. And the kid was just screaming out in terror, yelling at the dog to stop. It was horrifying. I felt, there was no thoughts in my mind. I was just running for survival. And then eventually the dog stopped, and another dog that looks the exact same with a green collar started chasing me. I thought in my head, fuck this. I just kept running until I got to the very next neighborhood. And I looked back, turns out the green collar dog had stopped after a few houses. But I was horrified. Like, I genuinely felt like I was about to die right there. If I was just the slightest bit slower, or if that kid hadn't yelled out loud enough, then, like, I would have been ripped to shreds. I would have been dead the very moment I started walking. Like, since that was, like, pretty much, like, my house right here was, like, 2 neighborhoods away, pretty much. I thought that was too far to just try and go back home. So I decided to continue my walk. But the whole time, I kept thinking about that. Like, I genuinely could have died right there. After that, every time I heard a dog barking, I was horrified, and I felt like I genuinely developed a phobia of large dogs right after that I never had before. Like, here's like an honest, I was looking at certain houses that had, like, fences around them with open gates, and I was genuinely thinking, like, some of the houses I looked at, and I was like, that seems like the type of house to have a dog, a big dog, resting outside with the sun, not knowing someone could get chased by it. I was literally walking around, genuinely, remember, I was horrified. I was just, like, within a few minutes of starting my walk. I walked out for an entire hour. I'm not sure why, I just kept trying to explore, but that was horrifying. I genuinely did not enjoy that walk at all. That was... When I was starting to walk back home, into the troop that was walking past a few neighborhoods, one of those neighborhoods was that one. So I went all the way to the right, to the exact opposite side, to make sure that I was as far away from that neighborhood when walking past it as possible. And I looked over, like, is that the neighborhood it was right there? I looked through it, and I'm like, it looks like the people have gone inside. The dog's not there anymore. And then I look a bit more, and then it turns out the dog is just staring me down from afar. He wants me dead. That was horrifying. I feel like I escaped death. And so now the world's gonna get angry and try and kill me again. I am